Glow Glows liquid filter. Hallelujah, finally here on Nykaa. I bought the shade light and medium. I know, weird naming, right? Light and medium, like why can't they decide what shade it has to be? So the way I started to apply this first was on the high points of my face, because of course it's a multi-purpose product, you know, like you can use it for highlighting, you can use it all over your face. It's supposed to give you very minimal coverage, so I thought let's just test it all the different ways that I can use it. And of course fingers worked really well, no problems there, and this is how my skin looked like. Now I really like it. It is like a proper strobe cream, plus there's a little bit of tint happening, so I think I like this more than my Charlotte Tilbury, because that of course does not add any tint. I think it's a little bit darker or almost similar to my skin tone, and that's why it does not add any tint. But this one does, so that's something I like about this. Now I'm using it all over my face because this is another way that you can use it, and this time I just wanted to use a brush, because why not, you know, there's just a larger surface area to cover, and I thought brush would just be easier. And again, just smooth application, smooth blending. It was so easy. Like this should be, and it can be, your on the go product. You can just throw it in your purse or basically in your everyday stash, and you don't want to do a lot but you still want to look put together. This will be your go-to product. So impressed. I think if you are into makeup, minimal makeup, you should definitely grab it. So I'm currently loving the combination of Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation. I just use 10% of it, to be honest. I don't do half and half, and 90% of Mama Earth Skin Tint. The Mama Earth Skin Tint is super dewy. Like I love using it on an everyday basis. I'm almost running out of it. That's how much I've been getting use out of it. But of course it has very minimal coverage, right? It's skin tint, and so I like to mix it, and it works really well. You can see the finish here. Moving on, for blush, we have the e.l.f's Luminous Putty blush. I have already swatched it in my previous haul, so if you don't know, I'm basically like trying out all the new products that I showcased you in my haul video and just giving you first impressions, just thoughts. So this blush, very easy to blend. Okay, the matte blush or the original blush, I did not have good experience with that, because I don't know, it just like sets immediately. The moment it touches your cheeks, it's there, and it's not easy to blend. At least that's my experience. But honey, this one, so easy to blend. I loved it. Pigmentation was also really nice. It was buildable, so that's pretty good. Again, you are not going to go overboard, which is amazing. Moving on, concealers. I have two new concealers from Inside Cosmetics. I think it's MN16 and 18. And tell me honestly, like, do you see a difference between the shades? I really don't. Maybe like a hair of a difference in the shade. And undertone again is very same. This one, in the hindsight, now that I watched the video, I'm like, why did I ever put that much concealer on? I knew that this is like a full coverage concealer, right? So if you're using it, your learning curve is never apply that much concealer on in the first go, and I definitely had troubles blending it in, but eventually I was able to blend it. Now my thoughts on this is, it's not for me. It's like super matte and super full coverage. Like you can see it completely covered the blush. Can you see, like the blush is almost gone, so I had to reapply my blush later. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Not for me, definitely not for my skin type. Definitely, maybe if you have oily skin and you face problems where your concealers just don't last, maybe you can go for this. But at the same time, I don't think you'll reach out for this on an everyday or like general basis unless you are going for a full glam. It's not a bad concealer, it's just not for everyday and not for my skin type. That's all I'm trying to say. So like I said, there we go. See, I told you I had to reapply my blush because all of that was gone. Now moving on to this product that I was really excited about. This is again from Inside Cosmetics. This is from Inside Professional range, right? It's not the normal Inside Cosmetics, Inside Pro range. If you know, you know. So I'm using the white and yellow shades together and setting my under eyes, and boy, I was so impressed. It made it so smooth. It looked flawless, super flawless. I think this would be a very good dupe of some of the high-end setting powders available in the market. Can you see? it looked so smooth and flawless. I was so highly impressed. I think this palette you can definitely try. I'm also setting the parameters of my face just because I was gonna go ahead with the the contour and bronzer situation. I was going to try 2 new products, and yeah, I just thought setting it would be a good choice because I did not want my contour or bronzer situation to be splotchy. Now I'm using this side. Now this one, I'll tell you what, it's completely my fault. You can see like it over applied immediately, which I was not a fan of, and I think it's my fault because like you saw, I sort of picked up a lot of the product on my brush. So maybe I'm gonna go really light-handed next time. This is again one of my habits with bronzers or contours in general. I over apply. That's my fault, but I think overall this palette performed really good. Even though I applied too much, I think I was able to blend it quite well. So this palette gets a thumbs up. I have another contour situation from e.l.f. This is a brand from Lifestyle. So it has a cool tone shade and a bronzer shade, and that's what really invited me to pick this one up. I'm starting off with a cool tone shade first, and like you can see, this one is quite buildable. So even though I picked up quite a bit, it did not apply splotchy or heavily, which I was really happy with. So I'm using this first on the contour areas, and then I'm gonna go and mix the two. So I've here started to mix the 2 shades, and now I'm using it to also bronze up and just bring a little bit warmth to my face. So this one I was really impressed with, like blendable and buildable, because if you're someone who is heavy-handed like me, you're gonna be fine, just fine, like you can see in this case. Now moving on to this palette that again I've never showed you on camera. This was not a part of my last haul, just clearing that out in case people think why did I not show this in my video. And this has some of the most beautiful smooth duochrome. Sometimes duochromes can look a little bit chunky, that's a different vibe altogether, but this has really smooth duochromes like you can see. So I use this silvery pinkish because I have done a lot of looks with purple and blue duochrome, so I just wanted to change it up a little bit. And now I'm doing the classic eye look that I've been doing for the past couple of months, I want to say. So what I do is I use the darkest shade in the palette, use it to do a very subtle wing. Okay, it's almost non-existent, like it's there but it's not there sort of a wing. And then I go in with my liquid eyeliner, a black one. You can also use brown if you want a softer look, but I use a black one, and I make sure I'm going in super close to the actual eyeshadow liner that I placed, and it looks stunning. I know it's 2 steps honestly, but the results and the effect, people are gonna think that you have actually put in effort, because it's not just a simple liner, there's something going on, it's really pretty. Then I'm moving on with my Gush stackable situation again. I loved this product ever since I did the video. If you have not watched my Gush video, what are you doing? Because we have such good gems in that video. So yeah, ever since that video I've not been able to put down this product. I love the lengthening side of this mascara. In just a few seconds you're gonna see how big of a difference just the lengthening side makes. Of course you can add volumizing side, but at the moment I've just been loving using a lengthening mascara. Look at that. Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. For lipstick, guys, this was again in my haul. Tipsy Beauty's not Spills Tea, Fresh Princess. I'm using the lip liner side first, but basically the lip liner is super flattering. Like you can overline, but it can still make you feel confident and not foolish. There's a thin line when it comes to overlining. I think we all can agree. This one does not cross that line, which is amazing. And of course the actual lip color is so stunning. Look at that. It has this beautiful soft matte finish, which I think you will agree most lip crayons have kind of settle in the lines of your lips, which is not flattering, but this does not do that. So here is the finished look. You guys wanted a voiceover instead of music makeup therapy one. I hope you guys enjoyed the voiceover and this video and this look. Let me know what you think and comment below, subscribe, like this video, do all that jazz, follow me on Insta, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.